Hello, this is Shar from The Real Kitchen for Real People, and I trust that everyone is doing and feeling well this beautiful day. Today we are going to feature one of our holiday side dishes that we always had at our family gatherings. My aunt used to make it, and it was more or less the masterpiece of the dinner table. So everybody had to have a piece of this delicious southern jalapeno corn casserole. And it was something that you always looked for when you gathered with family, because it was just a top-notch side dish. And it is fabulous. It's been around, I know, for 70 plus years, this recipe. And it is called the Southern Jalapeno Corn Casserole. So these are the ingredients for it. And what we're going to do, I know a lot of recipes calls for jiffy cornbread, but my aunt always used just cornmeal in hers, because back in the day you didn't have access to jiffy cornbread. So this is a way back throwback recipe where you use the ingredients in-house that you have. So today we're going to have these ingredients that's shown here, and we have 1.5 cup of your cornmeal. This is just regular cornmeal, not jiffy. And then I have 2 cans of corn. One corn is whole and the other one is cream corn, so you'll need both. I have sour cream. I have 2 eggs at room temperature, a stick of melted butter, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and chopped jalapenos, chopped onions, and pimento peppers. So these are the ingredients for the main part of this recipe. Also, we're going to have 2 cups of shredded cheese. 2 cups of shredded cheese. And we're going to use part of it in the recipe, and the other half will be layered at the top. So without further ado, let's get started on this delicious side dish, Southern Jalapeno Corn Casserole. Okay, first I'm going to add 1.5 cups of cornmeal. You can use white cornmeal or yellow cornmeal. I always use white, so 1.5 cups of cornmeal. Okay. Gonna toss that in the bowl. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is take our cans, and I always like to wipe those cans off at the top, because they've been sitting at the store for who knows how long, and so I always just take a wet towel and wipe the top of your canned goods. Anytime you use canned goods, just wipe the top of them off with a wet towel. That way when you get ready to open the cans, the germs won't get into your canned good item. So we're going to open those. Okay, now I'm going to drain the fluids off the whole corn. Okay, dump that can in your bowl. Now you don't have to drain the cream corn, so don't drain it. Just pour it into your bowl. Okay, now I'm going to just slightly toss that around into the corn. And then I'm going to add my eggs. I have 2 eggs. I've already put them in a bowl. And you want to make sure you get those membranes out of there. I do, before I add it to my recipe. So this is 2 room temperature eggs. And we're going to have to stir that around in there. This makes your cornbread mixture for this recipe. It makes it fluffy. So we want to keep that and get that stirred in there really well. And this is a great dish for the holiday. If you got to take a dish somewhere, it's easy and it is delicious. And I guarantee you it is a crowd pleaser. Because we used to have it at the table, like I said, every holiday. Everyone was looking for this casserole. Okay, now we're going to add the 2 tablespoons of pimento, excuse me, not 2 tablespoons, but 1 tablespoon of sugar. And this is to balance out the salt that's in the corn and cornmeal. So that'll balance that out. You stir that up in there. Then you want to add your stick of butter, melt it, not hot. You don't want it hot, just melt it. And add that to your mixture. This looks good already, don't it? Yeah, this was always special. So if you want to memories built, it's good to have recipes that will stimulate that brain and stimulate that memory for the future, for your generations to come. Try to build a memory with them so that when you're not around anymore, they can still have you in their heart, especially when they create or smell or taste a recipe. That's the beauty of cooking, building memories. Okay, now we're going to add our jalapeno peppers, onions, and pimentos. Now, you can add jalapenos if you want to, but this is my spin on it, to add the jalapeno peppers, because I think it gives it a little kick there. You can add as many as you want, but I just added a teaspoon of the jalapeno chopped, and then I added 2 tablespoons of chopped onions in here, and then I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of the pimento. So here's my chopped onions and jalapenos. Okay, and then we're going to stir that up. And mix that up really well in your mixture. And it's so good. It's so good. I remember this as a little girl, and I know I had to been about 7 or 8 when I tasted it for the first time. And I'll never forget the taste. It was just fabulous. Okay, now we're going to add the, like I said, pimentos. And be sure to drain your pimentos before you add it into your mixture. And this is to give it a little color and a slight different taste. But it's pretty on the table with that red in there. And I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of pimentos. And be sure, like I said, to drain them because you don't want that juice in there. It'll make your cornbread red. Now stir that last teaspoon up in there. See how pretty it looks? Stir it up in there really well. And then we're going to add our 1 cup of sour cream. Now you can also use, if you don't have sour cream, you can use milk. Some people use carnation milk, give it a little more richer, sweeter taste. But I don't want to overbear it with sweetness. So mix this all up together until it's completely mixed. Just toss that around in there until it's completely mixed. Mix it where you don't see the sour cream anymore. Just mix it all up in there really good. Okay, and now I'm going to add just a little of my cheese. Like I said, about a cup in here. And then I'll save a cup for the top. Okay, so now I'm going to add cheese. While I'm grating the cheese, you want to turn on your oven at 350. Okay, you can use whatever cheese you want, but I suggest that one of them be the sharp cheddar cheese. That gives you real cheesy taste. And if you want to add other, like I've added the Kobe jack cheese because I like the way it melts. It melts really well. But you can use whatever cheeses you would like. So I'm going to add, like I said, a half of what I shredded here. And I like to shred my own cheese because I don't like the chemical that is in the cheese that's already shredded. So I always shred my own cheese. Okay, this is a sharp thing. Okay, so I'm going to add this cheese, about half of what I've shredded, to the mixture and just mix it in. Mix it in there really well. I know you're looking at it now like, ooh, I could just spoon that right now and chow down. But we gotta cook it. And you're gonna cook it on a 350 temp oven for 45 minutes. Okay. Okay, so that mixture is ready. See how simple that is? If you gotta take a dish somewhere, this is the one you want to take. Okay, and some people add bacon to it. You can add bacon to it. You can probably just do whatever you want in it. If you want to add extra bell peppers or more onions or whatever you want to add to, but this is the char spin today. So I'm going to get a casserole dish and spray it. And then we'll be ready to put that in the casserole dish. Let's get all the goodies out of there. And if you make it, which I'm sure you will, when you make it, let me know what you added to your mixture, your spin. I love to hear about how you alternate the recipe to fit your needs. I love hearing those. And I love hearing the stories behind the recipe. If it triggers a memory moment in your journey, I love to hear about that as well. It's just awesome to be able to relate a recipe to a special person in our lives. It's just awesome. Like I said, this was my aunt's recipe, and we all look forward in digging into this anytime we had a gathering. So this is your batter, how it would look in the baking dish. So we're gonna put I'm gonna let it cook for about 30 minutes, and then I will then go in with my remaining cheese on top, because I don't want it to get, you know, too smoothie looking, that cheese. So we're gonna cook this for 30 minutes and come back, add the remaining cheese on top. In the meantime, I'm cleaning up my mess. Gonna add the cheese after 30 minutes. Okay, bake for the remaining 15 minutes. Okay, I'm getting ready to put it back in the oven. I turned off the oven and I couldn't resist to add that extra cheese on top and a little crumble of bacon. So I'm gonna just let it sit in the oven. I turn my oven off until that pepper jack cheese melts. And that's all it is to it. Okay, here we have it. Southern Jalapeño Corn Casserole. And it is fabulous. So once you take it out of the oven, let it rest for about 30 to 45 minutes before you serve it. But I guarantee you, you will love it. And if you like this recipe, please give me thumbs up and let me know what your spins are under the comment area. And if you have suggestions for me to try. And if it taps into your memory bank, let me know what that memory moment was with this recipe. So, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this delicious cooking channel. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And thank you all who are supporting this channel by subscription or membership, or just viewing for the first time. Maybe you're just a newcomer, but be sure to subscribe so you can receive these delicious recipes automatically. And they are marvelous for your soul. So until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna eat it. So I don't cook anything I don't eat. And I want you to guess what I'm having this with. Let me know what your guess is in the comment area. All right, talk to you later. Love, love, and God bless you.